If you know your teacher loves you, blow her a kiss. If you know your teacher loves you, blow her a kiss. If you know your teacher loves you and she really wants to hug you, if you know your teacher loves you, blow her a kiss. Good morning, boys and girls. Today is, what day is today? Do you know? Well, if you remember that yesterday was Monday, you know after Monday comes Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, comma, and then we put the month, which we're still in the month of April. You see how I'm making it uppercase because these are both proper nouns. April 14th, comma, 2020. And typically in class we write the short date. April is the fourth month. January, February, March, April. So we write 4, 14, and then we write the last 2 of our year, 20. So that's the short way to write that. I know we haven't been writing it like that, like we typically do. So today is Tuesday. So yesterday we read Peter's Chair, which was a fictional story. Well, today we are reading our second story, which, can you see what the title is? It's The Cleanup. The Cleanup. What does it have in the end there? An exclamation mark. That means you have to read it with excitement or a little louder. The Cleanup. And it's on page what? What does that say? 32, page 32. And it is also fiction, another fake story. So we go to the bottom to look for the page numbers, and bam, we're there on page 32. Okay, let me move back so you guys can see it a little better. Here we go. The cleanup. The cleanup, I mean, there's an exclamation mark. When can we go to the park? Anna asks. We have to clean the kitchen first, says Dad. That's our new rule. Let's all help to clean up, Gabe says. I'll wash the dishes, volunteers Louis. Gabe carefully dries the dishes. Anna puts the dishes away. Teamwork gets the job done faster, says Mom. Dad frowns. Look at all that mud. Mom mops the floor. Gabe helps. Anna picks up the toys. Louis pulls Ace's leash. Time for your bath, Ace, he says. Everyone starts working faster. The kitchen shines. We did it, Gabe cheers. Let's work together to keep the house clean from now on, says Mom. We can make a chores chart, says Anna. The family fills out the chart together. You can see that's their chores chart. You have their names there, and then the chores to the side. Pick up toys, wash dishes, dry dishes, put away dishes, wash Ace. Do you remember who Ace is? Ace is the dog, and mop floor. So they alternate. At the park, the family finds a nice spot in the shade. Louis kicks a ball to Ace. Oh no, but it is too late. Another chore. Everyone laughs. They will all give Ace another bath later. So there you go. You can see where Ace landed. Right in the mud. So this story again ties into our essential question is, how can you help out at home? So think about how those kids helped out at home. They all did a chore. They all worked as a team, and they even said it in the story, teamwork. Just like you guys like to do things together. You guys love our center time in class because you guys collaborate amongst each other. That's the same thing. When you clean up and you're working together, it's going to be better than doing it alone. And it's going to be quicker as well. Okay, so that is our big book for the week. And I want you to keep thinking, how can I clean up at home? Think about that because that is our theme this week. Okay, so now let's go to the things you're going to be doing today. So I'm going to start with journal, and I'm going to show you how it ties into social studies. So if you want, you could start by doing your social studies book, and then you could go back to journal because I think the social studies book will give you some ideas for journal. Okay, so your journal is, how have you changed over time? How have you changed over time? That's a big question, right? You need to be thinkers to really think about that. So we're going to go back to that. So I'm going to go to social studies now. You're going to be using your social studies book, and you're going to do page 3 to page 6 today. Page 3, remember, look on the bottom. Look at the title, Hello Changes. You're going to draw a picture of yourself, write your name. It's going to discuss some changes here. Why do we go to school? Think about that and how that changes you a bit. And then you're going to stop on page 6. How do people change over time? So you're going to see there's a calendar here. It's going to discuss that keyword, calendar. And then we're not doing this page today, but if you look at it, it's kind of going to help you with your journal today. Look at how this person has changed. Okay, so that's going to give you some ideas for journal. So going back to journal, how have you changed over time? Let's create a web, and if you want, you could use this web to assist you when you're doing your writing. So how have you changed? So you can, so the lights are up. How have you changed? Well, in the book, what clues did it give you in the book? Well, you're definitely going to get taller, right? You saw in the book how he started out as a baby, a toddler, he got a little bigger, and he kept getting taller. So that's one definite way you have changed. You are now taller, which ties into our math. We're talking about height. How else have you changed? I wish I could hear your answers, but you could still say them. Well, yesterday, a lot of you guys had things to say about your teeth, right? We had a discussion about your teeth. Some of you have loose teeth. Some of you have lost your baby teeth. Some of you are growing adult teeth. So there's a lot of changes going on in your mouth. Do you think you've become more knowledgeable? Ooh, that's a big word, right? One of our IB learner profiles. Knowledgeable. Look at that long word. Knowledgeable. Remember, that's one of our IB learner profiles. Knowledgeable is that you know things. You guys are all becoming more knowledgeable when you read, when you do your work, when you learn about things. You are becoming more and more knowledgeable. Do you think maybe you're becoming more empathetic? Ooh, another really good word. That's a college word. These are college words we're using, guys. Empathetic. Now remember, we talked about empathy. Empathy is when you feel, you understand what someone's going through when they're crying. You've been through it before. That's empathetic. Okay, so if you want, you can use these words to assist you, but feel free to do whatever you think. Have you become more of a caring person? Have you become more of a thinker? Oh, I know you all have become more thinkers. You guys have all become better writers. I'm so proud of your writing. So take this however you would like to, okay? You could start your sentence however which way you'd like, but where did I put that? Born. If you need a sentence starter, that means if you're stuck, if you're not sure how to start, you could use this. I have changed because I have grown taller. I have changed because I know how to add and subtract. So you could pause here and use this, or write it however you want. I am taller now. I am smarter now. However you want to write it. Just make sure you use your correct punctuation, periods in the end, or question marks, exclamation marks, uppercase letters in the beginning, and for proper nouns. Okay, so that is your journal. Alrighty, for your spelling and sight words, which I have right here, you are going to be going to spellingcity.com today, and you're going to do one activity for your spelling words. Remember, we're focusing on the long A sound, A and I together. Two vowels walking, first one does the talking, A. It says A. So all of these are going to have the A sound in the middle. And then your sight words. So you're going to do Spelling City, one for each one. You could also use the video I sent you guys. It's just a review video you could use, and if you watch the video every day, that could help you as well. Do what works for you, boys and girls. Okay. Español. Vamos a repasar estos colores. ¿Qué color es esto? Let's go to the bigger side. ¿Qué color? Azul. Azul. ¿Qué color es esto? Rojo. Rojo. ¿Qué color es esto? Verde. Verde. Okay, so we learned about the shapes prior, so let's see if you remember them. Cuadrado. So, esto es un cuadrado azul. Círculo. Un círculo rojo. A red circle. Rombo. Rhombus. Rombo verde. A green rhombus. Okay, so that is your Spanish. If you didn't go to Mayan to read those two books, Rojo y Azul, make sure you read those. And today in your journal, you're gonna draw something that's red. Vas a dibujar algo rojo y vas a dibujar algo azul. You're gonna draw something red, you're gonna draw something blue, and then label it in Spanish with the Spanish color. I don't wanna see red and blue, I wanna see rojo y azul. Lo vas a escribir ahí, ¿ok? ¿Entienden? Okay. So that's Spanish, word work. Let's go back to the beginning. Remember to do just a little already every day. You just need those 45 minutes. For reading, you could read any book. You could also read Sail. That's a book that your parents could print out or see on the computer. You don't have to. You could read Sail. You could read any book, or you could read Peter's Chair. You could reread our big book, Peter's Chair. You guys have access to it in that little e-textbook, the brown one. So it's your choice what you're going to read today. Okay, for math, a little already, but you're also going to the e-textbook, again, that brown little book on your student portal, and you're gonna do the items that are labeled with Tuesday. So you're just finishing the 11.3 activities. Yesterday, you should have done the interactive lesson with Mousy. Today, you're going to do math on the spot, which is a video that goes over the lesson. And then you're going to do the 11.3 homework and submit it to me. You don't have to take a picture of that because it submits it to me and I see how you guys do on that. Okay? Let's see, butterflies. We've been talking about butterflies. Oh my goodness, guys, I have something to show you. There has been a big change in my milkweed plant. Okay, so yesterday I took you guys with me. You saw the milkweed, you saw the caterpillars, you saw the big fat caterpillars, you saw the baby caterpillars. There has been a change in just 24 hours. So if you want to see what that change is, watch our other video. I sent it to your parents already. That other video to see what has changed. When I saw it, I couldn't believe it. So I made you guys a video and I wanted you to see because I want you to see what happens within their lives. So you're going to see something there. So butterfly life cycle. Yesterday you should have read the Mayan book From Caterpillar to Butterfly. So what I'm going to do is we're not going to read the whole thing right now. However, I do want you, hold on guys, to see this one page with me. There. Okay, I may have to log in again. Oh, yep, I figured that much. So Mayan, and there it is. So you should have read From Caterpillar to Butterfly. If you didn't, try to do that today. And I want you to look. This right here shows you a diagram of the life cycle of a butterfly. And this is actually showing you the life cycle of a monarch butterfly. A monarch, which is the ones I showed you in my backyard yesterday. So I'm just going to read this page with you. In the beginning, butterflies go through 4 stages during their lives. These stages are egg, larva, which is when it's a caterpillar, pupa, which is when it's a chrysalis or cocoon. Oh, where am I? And adult, which as adults, they are butterflies. Okay, a monarch butterfly begins its life as a tiny egg. This is the first stage in its life cycle. So we have had these specific caterpillars in our class throughout the year. And in the beginning, I don't know if you guys remember, you guys were so little, but in the beginning of the year, I showed you a leaf, and under that leaf, there was a tiny little egg. It is so tiny that it is hard to see with the eye. You have to look super carefully. So the egg is very tiny. It's the monarch butterfly that lays her eggs on the milkweed plant. So it's laid on the milkweed plant. The next step is it hatches and becomes a little caterpillar, and with time and with lots of milkweed leaves, it becomes a big fat caterpillar. And then when it's big enough, it starts creating its cocoon, chrysalis. And that stage is called the pupa. Okay, so it does a little dance. I call it a little dance because it does this, and it creates its outer shell that protects it during that time. So let's see what it says here. The word metamorphosis means change. Butterflies go through complete metamorphosis because they change a great deal during their life cycles. Some insects, such as grasshoppers, do not change as much. Their metamorphosis is called incomplete. So then finally it gets out of that cocoon and it becomes a monarch butterfly. And I have some of our cocoons in a cage to protect them. So hopefully we'll be able to release some butterflies together. during Zoom. Okay, so today you are creating a diagram like this. Okay, you could use a white piece of paper and draw it out and write the four parts of the butterfly's life. Or I sent your parents some printables. They could use that and you could just cut it, color them, and glue them. So that's your choice. You could do the whole diagram yourself. If you're feeling artistic and you say, I want to do this myself, you can. Or the printable, you could just print it and it has the 4 spots and you have to put them in order, make sure they're in order, and label them with the 4 stages of their life: egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. Okay, so that's it. And I think we went over everything for today. That is it. And have a great day, guys. And remember, if you do good, you feel good, right? So do well today, guys. Miss you guys so much. Bye.